The mic's good. Camera's still frozen. Is it even on? Oh. Alright, well, technical difficulties. Hello? Hello? Alright, well, we're using the mediocre mic. It's still cutting. Yeah. We're working to fix the mic. It's cutting for some reason. Okay. No. It's still cutting. It's 5-2 right now in favor of CSI. So, no commentary for a few minutes with this amazing mic as Shadow drills the free. And that free pointer is good. Is this good? Yeah. Yo. Hello, hello. Yo. Yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Alright, restart. Oh, wait, we're streaming already? Oh. Alright, well, we had our usual technical difficulties at first, and then we had a new technical difficulty with the mic not working. Or, it was choppy, it was working, but regardless, it's 7-5 CSI so far in the first round of the PSAL playoffs. CSI is facing off at 13-1 as the 12th seed against number 21, the number 21 seed, West 50th campus. Been a little bit of a sloppy start, offensively and defensively for both sides so far. Caitlin Cruz had a nice three-pointer before, but since then the Dragons have kind of been trying to drive as Jenna drives in with the floater. Nice play by Jenna. This is a CSI team, again, coming in as the higher seed. We're playing at home. That is coming into this game with expectations to do what they did last year and possibly go further. They won 2 games, went all the way to the Elite 8 last year, and then unfortunately lost as the camera stops working, and now it's back. Unfortunately lost that game, but they look to make it back at least to that round and hopefully go all the way this year. This team showed domination all season as Cruz missed his half three-pointer. They've been dominant. They were 13-0 before last game as Krista with the nice steal. Krista driving in and fouled. Nice play by Salters. Caesar hyping her up in the crowd. But this is a CSI team, again, 13-1. They lost their final game here at the campus as it's dead silent, so I'll be quiet for a second. Let Krista shoot. First one from the line for her tonight. And that's no good. Coming in for her second after missing the first of 2 shots from the line after being fouled on the drive. And that one is good. 10 points for the Dragons now, 5-point lead. If I could finish my thought, CSI's 13-1. They lost their last game against the other 13-0 team, being Petrides in the division. As Lemire, what a nice steal. Chris almost trips up, but able to recover. Cruz is driving down. Out to Jenna. Jenna for 2, deep 2, no good. And as that's tipped by Ava, Krista gets it now. Back to Jenna again. Jenna out to Cruz. Cruz looks, doesn't take it. Nice drive, one-handed lay, no good with the left. And here comes the break for the Seahawks. Krista on him, no good, bad shot attempt. And that's to Ava. You know, it looks like this is going to be one of those games where I'm never able to get a commentator thought out beyond just play-by-play, which, in all honesty, might be better for you at home. As Lemire drives in, and it's no good. Rebounded by Krista, and the immediate putback for 2. And subs are coming in, and a timeout. Okay, now I could finish my thought instead of going to break on a timeout for once. But CSI lost pretty nasty against Petrides. They lost by around 20 points. We didn't broadcast. I wasn't here for that. I was working with the Staten Island media team for the boys tournament. So we missed that. And, you know, I didn't really get to talk to Coach Miano, nor really any of the players about it. I saw some things posted on social media regarding some of the calls in that game and some of the moments, but nonetheless, CSI lost that by pretty commanding deficit. So, nonetheless, they come in lower than Petrides is. Petrides is playing Goldstein today for the first round. So, again, CSI would have liked to go immaculate, but second year in a row, they have been 13-1 with their one loss suffered to Petrides. Ironically, they only played them once this year. That's a nice tip and steal. Ariana's tripping over it, but keeps it. Nice defense, but Lemire gets it, finds Cruz in the paint. Back, behind the back pass to Jenna as she puts it up for 2. Team chemistry at a high for this Dragons team this year. Could be the last game together for a few of them, as that shot is no good from mid-range. Back and fouled. On the floor right now, 4 of the 5 are seniors. So, again, they're playing for what seems to be win or go home for their high school careers. Again, Staten Island tournament's up, so at this point, this is it. Some of them are going on to play after this, but for high school, once they lose, or if they lose, I should say, that's it. So, again, they're going to play their hearts out. And so, looking at the Seahawks, you know, from West 50th Street campus, that's a pretty long school name, so don't want to be saying that all night. But apart from a few games, They actually had 4 games. They sit at 10-4 record-wise, as Lemira puts it up and in. Make it 14-5. They sit at 10-4. Again, most teams played 14 games. You're supposed to play 14 regular season conference games. But they didn't. They played 8 games. Or, sorry, not 8 games. They played 10 games. 4 of their games were actually not played. They were all forfeited. 2 of them in favor of, the Seahawks. They got 2 wins out of it. And I believe that was from a team that didn't field a roster, as that put up nice, too, by Mish. 0-0. But 2 of their games got canceled because I think the team folded, for the season. And then the other 2, they forfeit. I don't really know what happened there, so I'm not going to continue with that. But nonetheless, they played 10 games, and they went 8-2, so very good record from them still. Not quite 13-1, but still great record. And so far, CSI is showing that they're going to be a dominant force come playoff time. In this playoff run. We're in the playoffs. Losing track of time. Jenna back to Cruz for free. And good. Cash money to end the period off. They're going to inbound, and that's going to end the first. Weird camera and mic issues, and a 19-5 lead for the Dragons. We'll be back at the start of the second period. Well, we're starting back up. And let's see if they actually come on time for once. That's a common issue, it seems, with these teams. They never figure to come on time for these games. Yeah. Okay. No, she asked if we were filming. So she went the other way, out of respect. I'd rather people do that, as that 3-pointer is no good. And that's going to CSI. I'd rather people do that than awkwardly walking in front of the camera, acting like ducking's going to do anything with the wide lens. It's not. You look dumb. Just walk. But again, it's 21-5. So Owen had the score correct, as that's a foul on Mish. It's 21-5, as Owen had. Owen was paying attention. The scoreboard operators were not. And I'm talking about you, Matt and Summer. We see you over there. So it's 21-5. And that's a foul. Going to CSI. Nice play. But, again, this is a weird year, I'd say, for CSI. 13-1 would make you think that they're going to be like a top 10 seed at least, but they're not. So unless the seed, as Ariana pulls up from free, doesn't get it to fall in and out, rebounded by the Seahawks. But the way the seeding fell this year, CSI is not guaranteed a home game after this, considering they hold on. Shot, no good. Rebounded by Ariana. So this could be the last game here at the Lair all season. Again, you never know how the rest of the seeding is going to fall. But being 12, they're kind of in a weird position to get a guaranteed shot going forward. So we'll have to wait and see. As Lemira catches a little wind on that, doesn't hit rim. Cruz gets the rebound, though. Cruz driving in on the right side, trying to find the lane, puts up a nasty shot as the clock expires. And it's going to the Seahawks. Looking to start something, down 21-5 in the second period. Hope's not lost yet, but they got to start connecting on something because you can't be going down with 20-point, 15-point deficits as they don't get that to fall. Pass to Ariana from Mish. Ariana driving in. Smothered, tries putting it up. 100% smothered. No shot at that going. And a weird attempt put up and no good. And Ariana again driving down. And again, we have no camera. And again, the camera's back. Cruz drives in from the left side, finds Jenna for 3. No. Now puts it up. And catches the wind. And another foul on Mish. And Mish will go off. And here comes Miriam and Ava on for Cruz and Adamo. You know, we love everyone that tunes into these broadcasts so much. And considering this might be the last, as that free, no good from deep range. Rebounded, nice find, but 4 people on her. And that's going to CSI. This might be the last CSI athletic game of the season, or I should say of the school year, that we get the pleasure of broadcasting. Because unless we decide to broadcast flag football, which, you know, we might try it, as Ariana misses that, and the rebound's triple teamed, but the Seahawks will keep it. Bad pass, Amir snatches it and puts it up and in off the glass. Number 2, first points of the period for either squad, roughly 3 minutes in. Maybe we'll try flag football. I don't think tennis is going to happen. And as that's a travel. And baseball, yours truly is on the team, so we're not broadcasting that unless I hot mic myself. And you get to hear me complain all game if I don't get a strike called on me.
Nicely throwing 97.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not even going to discuss some of the other schools. But apart from that, flag seems our only real volleyball. Boys volleyball is an option as Jenna pulls up from mid-range and gets it to fall. We don't have a boys volleyball team as timeout's called. But you know who does? Tottenville. And you know who their wonderful coach is? The great Rick Nunari. So you know what? Maybe we'll slide our way over to the South Shore for some broadcasts. And again, hopefully we get to broadcast. We're available for hire. If anyone wants us for anything, we're here, at least until August, because we don't know where we're going to college yet. So there's a chance we won't see another Acorn Sports broadcast for a while following August. But, you know, when we come back for breaks, hopefully we get to broadcast a game here or there. And, I mean, the channel will be active. Owen just probably won't be involved as much because Owen's going away from me, so. Yeah, finally. But, you know, this is the first time we're talking during timeouts in a while. But I think it's justified for once because I haven't gotten to talk all my lore this game because I keep getting rudely interrupted by the teams playing basketball instead of just letting me commentate. But we ball. Timeout over. This is the quickest I think I've seen teams come out of a timeout in a while. Usually it's like a whole waiting fest for either one of the teams is sitting on the bench like 30 minutes after they called. But for once it's not. Down 20. West 50 needs to get something cooking soon. That three-pointer, no good. Rebounded though. Runs into the brick wall and no good. Rebounded by Miriam. Physical play on the ball and a travel's call. Nice defensive call, or nice defensive play. I don't know about that call, but apart from that, it's a 20-point game. I don't think anyone's going to throw hands over it. Not the best pass, but gets over Ariana. She's pretty short as that gets the fall for their first points of the second period. Ariana throws it over Krista now. Turnover. One of the first turnovers. There hasn't been many turnovers by CSI. I think that's one of the first. You know, I don't keep stats. I don't have Tyler Lee with me. Tyler was there for like the first 2 games of the season, and I don't think he showed up after that. That's a interesting play kept in. Really interesting play. And somehow they keep getting it, and they put it up for 2. That's back-to-back points. The Seahawks starting to answer the Dragons' attack. Is there enough, though? Krista finds Jenna. Jenna doesn't put it up. Ava looks for it. No. Ariana driving in. Out to Miriam. Miriam from the line. No good. Another air ball. And here comes the break. Krista on her. Doesn't get it to fall. Rebounded by Krista. Krista's got 3 people on her. Throws it over Ava's head. A little lost. Some sloppy play by the Dragons. And that's a travel. You know, that's something CSI is going to have to really practice. You know, you might be thinking it's 25-9. This is a pretty decent lead. But as this game continues, CSI, again, as of right now, as things stand, looks like they're going to punch their way to the second round. So they need to start playing more consistent defense, I should say. They've dominated, but there's been times where they get a little sloppy, and that ball goes out of bounds. Or, sorry, gets kicked and almost rolled to us. Some loud supporters for both teams. But Cruz finds Miriam in the corner, right to Lamira, and an easy put-in. As easy as you could get on that. But, again, CSI needs to start playing more consistent defensively. They've been a dominant force on offense, but there's been times where games have gotten a little out of hand in the sense where they allow big stretches. And a nice find by Cruz to Krista, but Krista doesn't get it to fall. And Lamira catches it and puts it right back up. 20 points again now. 2:39 to go in the second period. Three-pointer, no good. Through Miriam's hands, and that's staying with the Seahawks. Krista on her. Double team looked like. That was a nice screen, and that's a travel.
Shake it off, Chia. Shake it off.
2:17 to go in the second. You know, I prepared a whole notebook of stuff to talk about, which I'll talk about in the second half, as Ava misses that three-pointer, but rebounded by Miriam, reset, and that's out of bounds. Remains with the Dragons, the Lady Dragons, I should say. But I have a lot of stuff to talk about, which is good, because usually, you're kind of supposed to. I use a lot of that stuff to introduce the game, but considering our technical issues at the start, I didn't really get to do the full introduction. So I have a lot of random facts and lore to tell. So I'll keep that for the second half. That's some good blowout material. And as of right now, it's kind of looking like it's going to go that way. So good for me. I saved it. And only 4 points in the second period, 5 in the first so far for the Seahawks. As they get blocked. Cruz with the swat. Rare use. Oh, and that's stolen from Cruz now. And no shot. A foul. You know, it's rare you see a block from three-point land, but that barely even got out of got out of 50 of his hands. I have the roster. I don't know. I haven't been saying anyone on this team's name the whole game. I don't have the roster open. They only have 8 kids on their team, which is very strange. I rarely have seen that. That's a nice rebound. Ava dribbles it. 1:18 to go in the first half of action here at the Lair. Cruz finds Lemira, drives in, and good off the glass. Nice drive by Perez. 31-9 with a minute to go. Three-pointer and fouled by Lemira. Accidentally backed up into her and sent her flying. And there's a lot of, I just blanked. There's not a lot of players on their team, which again, kind of rare. That one doesn't fall.
One on your right, team. One on your right.
Our in line is Cruz, Salters, Alexandra, Ava, and Lemira for the Dragons. And going to the line again. Interesting. I'm not going to do that whole yap session of a call. Let's just say she got another attempt. And that one doesn't fall. Either. Alexandra finds Ava. Ava looked like she was about to drive into us. Cruz. Deep. On Salter. Salter's quick shot. Air ball. Lemire gets the rebound, though. Takes it back out. Cruz looks but doesn't take it. Cruz gets smothered mid-range. Here come the Seahawks on the drive. No good again on the lay. It's been a rough night in the lane for them. Nice find to Lemira. Cruz wide open for free, but he's getting triple team. Jump ball.
Good defense, good defense.
Seahawks get possession. I believe everyone's number is incorrect on this form, or on this roster. So I actually don't know who's who. There's some people that are correct. And by some, I think like 2. As the first half ends, it's 31-9. We're done with the first half. We'll be back for the second sooner rather than later. Don't go away. We'll be back. All right, and we're back for one final half of action. 31-9 is the score in favor of the home 12-seeded CSIM Lady Dragons, as they look to roll their way to the next round against either Banneker or Bayard Rustin. Cruz for free. Air ball. And that's taken right back. Jenna gets it off the tip by Cruz. No look pass to Ava. Out of bounds, but remains CSI. That's tipped by the Seahawks. Well, barring an upset by Bayard Rustin, the Dragons will be traveling to Brooklyn to take on Banneker in the next round. Again, Banneker as the 5 seed, as Krista almost snatches it away. Oh my God, I just started dying. Caught a gust of wind, as that's no good. Krista, jump ball remains. But again, that game will be, what's today? That will be on Friday. If that game is played, it will be on Friday at 4:30 in Brooklyn. Unless Bayard Rustin upsets, as that 2 went in. As Bayard Rustin upsets, we will be here on Friday at 4:30. So, depending on the outcome of that game, likelihood is we will be traveling. But the unlikely scenario, we will be having an interesting broadcast because I have to MC the school talent show. That shot's in and out. Cruz fakes the shot, loses it on the drive though. Out of bounds. That's going to the Seahawks. So if in the weird scenario Bayard Rustin ends up upsetting, there will be a broadcast and I will be here for maybe the first period and a half, and then I will have to leave. So then we will just stream the remainder of the game with no commentary, if it's in that scenario. But again, I don't think it is, which is kind of unfortunate because that means there's no shot we're broadcasting in Brooklyn, and regardless of that fact, I would have went anyway. So I'll miss that game chances. A nice pass by Lamira. Cruz, I almost called it Cruz. Krista missed that one. That's not great pass by Ava. No one gets out to that. But again, 2-day turnaround for these teams. CSI luckily will get to play another team that played today. So there won't be any things about how one team got extra time to rest, as only the top 4 seeds got buys. So no issues with that. As Seahawks a little frustrated after missing that. Jenna with the Hail Mary. Cruz gonna take it slow though. With the play format. Drives in the middle, no good. Out to Jenna. Jenna can't get a shot. Out to Cruz again. Cruz puts it up from the corner and bang! Cash Money Cruz with the free. I sounded a little not excited about that shot, as it's 36-9 now. Timeout. CSI gets the ball. But, so I'll try to sound a little more energetic, but it's like, if anyone follows professional basketball, it's like the YouTube clip from the playoffs when Chris Paul hit the free to knock the lead down to 42. That's kind of what the vibes are right now. So again, I'll try my best, but it's hard to root when it's this situation about to possibly be 30-point deficit. But again, we ball here at Acorn Sports. We don't give up. And all you can hope for is a good ending, as that's a quick free, no good off the glass. Another shot. This one doesn't fall either. Jenna doesn't get the rebound, but it's right to Salters. Cruz controls it. Ava finds Jenna. Jenna finds Lemira. A little miscommunication. They'll laugh it off, though. You know, I think the hardest part about commentating games when you go from guys to girls games, again, for the most part, it's pretty universal. But I think the one term I don't use, and I think I might have accidentally used it when I first started, was manning the ball. Because that is a very common term, again, if you watch the NBA or anything. So I try not to say that, as that is in and out, shows the luck they have, and Lemira gets that. That's a foul called on the Seahawks. So that's why I don't say it, but that's a very common term. Mish will inbound. There's some subs coming on. Ariana's back on. Ava's off. Everyone else is the same. And this is a team, the Seahawks, that only came with 7 girls, as Jenna off the glass makes it 38-9. As that's no good, and rebounded by Jenna. Ariana's controlling it. Cruz trying to make it a 30-point game. Drives in, gets it tipped, or gets it back, out to Ariana. Ariana for free, no good. Over the glass. That's Seahawks ball. Little adjustment of the mic. Yeah, I know. They didn't get it over half court line. I know I had to do the camera. Seahawks looking to get something out of this game at this point. Been slim pickings. 3-pointer, no good. Cruz rebounds. You know, these are the hardest games to commentate because a blowout's one thing. But when it's in the playoffs, you know, again, I'm the CSI commentator, so I root for CSI. Jenna, nothing but net on that mid-range. But you have to feel for the other team. I mean, coming in as the lower seed to someone else's home as the camera cuts out. And it's back. As the, again, lower seed, as that 3-pointer is, again, no good. Jenna gets the rebound again. Ariana gets it. Break not able to happen. Sloppy reception. But Jenna, mid-range, and good again. Nothing but net from the line. But when you have games like this, again, apart from the score, you just got to feel for the team that comes. Again, there's no harsh words felt, as that is a 3-pointer. And finally, the Seahawks get something to fall. Drills that one. Yeah, only, hey, it's 30-point game. Anything can happen, but all hope starting to look lost. And again, nothing but respect for both sides, as always. Sometimes one team's just going to be better. And that's been very evident so far. And the Dragons are going to look to keep rolling. Again, whether that's against Bayard, Rustin, or against Banneker. And now the break. Taking slow. Nice find, but off the fingertips. 1:34 to go in the third period. Looking for this one to be over at this point. This is becoming a rough watch. Ariana controls it. 1:30. Finds Jenna. Out to Mish. Mish from deep 2-point range. Doesn't get it to fall. And Miriam gets it, but it's attacked in the paint. Mish gets it. Throws it up. And that's tip. It remains CSI ball. Mish thought she was fouled. She might have been. But they just called it a tip. Wait a little bit. 30-point game. I don't know why I just blue on the mic like that. Ariana has it. Oh my goodness. That looked like a great shot. Barely got tipped. It kind of just went perfectly vertical. Off the glass and no good. And we almost got destroyed. We almost got destroyed the table. Nice stop by number 3. Thank you. Mish inbounds to Ariana. Looks like about 2 possessions remaining in this period before we move to one final period of action. Ariana from mid-range and rolls in and out. Mish, spin move, doesn't get it to fall, and is fouled in the paint. Interesting order of actions going on there. As Miriam goes to the line to shoot 2. The first shot is in. Nothing but net. To make it a 32-point game. No good. Bouncing around. It's a fight for the ball. And the Seahawks got it. They drive. They almost lose it. And Mish rips it out. And that's a travel called on Mish. Inbound. No clock left. No shot clock left. 20 seconds to go in the 3rd period. Looking for something. 3-pointer by Brooke. No good. She's the only one that's gotten a shot this period for the Seahawks. As 11.4 remain. One last shot for CSI, it appears, to cap off the first 3 periods of utter destruction. Jenna from mid-range again doesn't get it to fall. And they're just going to dribble out this period as we go to the 4th and finally the final period. We'll be back shortly. We're back for the final period. As CSI stamp their slot in the next round, we'll play 8 more minutes as Ava from free. Cash money. Selly's in full swing now. And they'll play one of the 2, Banneker or Bayard. Here or there, as that's off the side of the glass. And Cruz gets it and stays with the Seahawks. Inbound coming. At this point, the Seahawks looking to just make the most of their performance, as they've been rough watch as Damali Brown steals it. Someone forgot to reset the shot clock. That's Matt Birdman. You know, Matt was talking during halftime about how he hasn't made any mistakes thus far. And it finally happened. Luckily not at an important part, as the trebles called on Ava. Finally happened. Took long enough, but yeah, not at the most important part of the game, so it doesn't really impact much. And no good on that pass. Ava's gonna drive it, and no one's gonna violate at this point in rush. Oh my God. Now the shot clock didn't start. You know, Matt Birdman's having a run over there at the scorer's table. After a immaculate performance from him. Ava for free. Gusts of wind catches that one. You know, I should start reading my notes. That would be good. Because I have a good amount of stuff to talk about. As Jenna gets the rebound. And I didn't move the camera. Oopsie. So now this is the 5th straight year where CSI has won the first round playoff game. And for a program that prior to that had very limited success, it's been a quick turnaround. And that's for both squads. Prior to COVID, 2020 had the season because COVID happened at the end of the season, so they didn't get impacted, basketball. But COVID was the last year of any real struggle for either of these squads, as Jenna drills it again. 48-12. But since COVID, and 2020 counts because 2020 was the turnaround year for both teams. But since 2020, CSI has been in the playoffs every year, as that 3-point, no good. Rebounded, and they're going to, again, take it as slow as they can, seemingly. Since 2020, the Dragons have made the playoffs every season and have at least won the first game. They went 2-1 in 2020, and then they went 1-1 in 2022 and 2023 again, following the canceled 2021 season. And then last year, they went 2-1 also. So this is a program turnaround that you love to see, as it's immediately stolen right back by Ava. And Cruz has it open, is not going to take it. Jenna will take it, though. Off. And Lemire rebounds it. Out to Jenna again. Out to Ava. Ava for free. No good. Round that. And kept to CSI. But prior to 2020, or during 2020, CSI's record under Rosario Miano, the current coach, was 3 seasons. He started in 2018 at a combined record of 8-34. So, and then following that season, so from post-COVID to now, they have gone 37-17. And if you just count the last 2 seasons, they have gone 26-2 in the regular season. So a complete change of vibe in this program as a shot falls for the Seahawks. But now, as far back as I went, which is, again, that 2020 season, the Dragons have won every single playoff game here at the Lair. They have not lost once. Unfortunately, every game they have lost has then been on the road. But, again, they have not lost at home. Again, last year they were 2-0. They were one of the top seeds, and they had a great run. I wasn't around for 2021, so I don't know what happened that year, but they had a average, like a 500 record and made it. That one doesn't fall. Again, struggle from her tonight. Krista gets it, and that's a foul. Again, complete turnaround. And you could say the same for West 50 if, you know, hasn't been the best of performances. But ever since Roland Sudat has been coach, from 2017 to now, it was rough for them too. They went 15-49 in the first 4 years from 2017 to 2020. And they lost the playoffs. Didn't win a playoff game for 2020 either. And then following that, they came back strong. They've been 39-23 since post-COVID. And again, unfortunately, they lost their only playoff games in 2020 and 2024, and then they went 1-1 in 2023. So they haven't been, a dominant force in the playoffs by any means, but still a complete record turnaround from what they were prior to COVID. And another fact, you can only go so far back on PSAL unless you go to the coach. It's a little weird. But I was doing some research. I even utilized ChatGPT to try to help me. But they have never played. CSI and West 50th have never played a girls' basketball game. As the shot clock was off, but Krista picks it up and just drives it in. And that's 50 now for the Dragons. But they've never played. But the boys did. In 2015, the boys West 50th team and the boys CSI team played in the first round of the playoffs, and CSI lost that game. That was when Ray Palma, again the most winning coach in CSI history, was still the head coach here or the manager for the CSI basketball team. That's when Coach Lee was still the JV coach, and now looking back on it, certainly a different time than it was in 2015. But no girls performances. So this will be the one in history as CSI keeps it.
That was white ball.
Leona for free, no good. Brenda gets the rebound. No good again by Leona. Again out to Leona. CSI's got their, I don't want to say bench warmer lineup, but their underclassmen lineup primarily. It's Krista is the only senior on the court, and Miriam is really the only other rotational player that gets steady minutes when they're up. So Leona loses it, but it's tipped, so they'll retain possession. It was tipped before it went out. So again, white ball finds it. And one! CSI's hype. Icing on the cake.
Salima, go get on the line.
And now the full underclassmen lineup is out for CSI. But rebounded by CSI. They hold possession. No good on that. Oh, I didn't move the camera. And the layup is good. That was definitely angled all the way at the ceiling, but I think it, oh my God, jeez. Brenda, yeah, I know I did blind her. The camera, that's a travel called on CSI. Yeah, Olivia Hines made that shot that everyone got so hyped. Interesting lineup on the floor. Again, I mean, it's 50-16. No one's going for gold right now. So, again, full underclass. And try to get the starters some rest before their big game on Thursday. I turned out way too far, but missed. And taken by Brenda. One of the only names I ever remember on this underclassmen lineup is that's tipped and retained CSI ball. So it's Olivia Hines, Leona, Liliana, thank you. I almost blanked. Olivia gets out to Brenda. Liliana has it, doesn't take a shot. And that's going to the Seahawks. Anissa Lazarick is the other one on the floor. 55 seconds. And this game will be gone. 3-pointer. Nothing goes. That's, again, free. No good. Hit the top, and that's CSI ball. With 9.5 seconds over the shot clock remaining. So 39.5 seconds. And that's stolen by the Seahawks. I don't even know what just happened. You know, that was an interesting sequence of events. And we only have 18 seconds before we can call it wraps as they make one last shot. And this is going to be inbounded and seemingly just dribbled out. Brenda's going to dribble out. And that's wraps from the Dragons' lair. The Lady Dragons ice their cake, and they're moving to the second round. Will it be Bayard? Will it be Banneker? That's the question we are asking right now. But nonetheless, there will be second round action for the Dragons. And will we be broadcasting? Possibly. Probably not, though. So if you enjoyed watching this riot of a game, hope you like and subscribe. Again, thank you to my broadcast assistant, Owen Carlin, as usual. And we'll see you next time from the Dragons.